Well, the last episode definitely didn't end how we would want it to. So in this episode, we're hopefully going to turn form around. But we are going to kick it off with some bad news. And that bad news is that star signing Manu Kone, the man to replace Jude Bellingham, is going to be out for 3 months. This one hurts me deeply inside. I'm sure it hurts you guys as well. But yeah, we're going to be without him now for 3 months. Luckily, though, we have fairly decent depth at centre mid, with Gudaga being the main man there and Caicedo now playing backup. It means he'll get more game time, which hopefully will make him happy. More bad news is, though, Koulibaly was shocking in the last episode, and I decided to stick with him after the loan deal didn't go through after messing up the episode before and not saving. We're happy to rely on Sula, Schlotterbeck and Sitalo, but if we're to get out of our Champions League group, I need Koulibaly to do more, because this Champions League group is not going to win itself, and we've had a very rough start to it. Before we can take on top of the table RB Leipzig, we're going to have a quick sim defeat once again. We have hit a horrendous run of form. We're going to lose 2-1 to a team nobody has ever heard about. How have we managed it? I have no idea. We've dominated once again, but not finding the back of the net consistently enough. Makoko really not having a good start to this season. And we're knocked out of the Pokal. And that's a cup competition at the start of the year. The board would have wanted us to win. With there being only one cup competition in Germany, this game against Leipzig now feels so much more important because we only have 2 competitions to focus on. I'm going full strength. We do have Champions League football coming up quite quickly after this one, though. I'm hoping Sebastian Haller can get back to the form that he was in last season, because so far this year, our strikers have not started well. Leipzig probably improved out of most. They've kept Nkunku and they've signed Dembele. They come with Nkunku early on. Kobel, massive save. I try and avoid them having too many opportunities like that. Let's see what they can do from a whipped-in corner. The smallest man on the pitch tries to win the header. We'll concede another. Back-to-back corners for RB Leipzig now, and they are kicking this game off strong. I'm not feeling confident, nor am I feeling comfortable about our situation right now at Dortmund. We have seen big players leave, and it's having a major impact. And they're in. Oh, save from Kobel. Get the second ball. Schlotterbeck defends it. They have a lot of pace in this side, and I don't have a lot of pace at the back, with Timo Werner now cracking off a shot, and surely the second ball. Dani Olmo hits the side netting. All Leipzig to kick off the game. We look right now like we have no idea. As Nkunku wins the ball back there. That is insane. Yorkiemann does brilliantly there to win that back. Play it into Haller. Haller takes a second. Has a shot. Straight at the keeper. Absolutely horrendous. Should be 1-0, but it's not. Base opening up a little bit now for the first time. And that should be a good ball in behind to Yorkiemann. Who's going to be clever. Pull it back. Sebastian Haller pulls it back again. Ilkay. Oh, what a beautiful goal. Did Brandt get in the way of the goalkeeper? It's not going to be blown for, and we're going to take the lead after a very rocky start to this game. We seem to settle in this game a little bit now as Alvarez wins that one back. Almada plays that one out to Yorkiemann. Yorkiemann across to Haller. Tried to knock it over the goalkeeper. It was a difficult one to do. Maybe he should have shot with Haller, but all of a sudden, Dortmund side are looking like the squad that won the league last season, and we have the lead at half-time. When Dembele's ball in behind there is brilliant to Timo Werner. I don't like this. We forced him wide, though. Dani Olmo's always going to look for the ball back across us when Dembele wolfed us brilliantly. Alvarez. Gundogan. Going to try and find Sebastian Haller. That's a great ball. Sebastian Haller from this position last season was deadly, and he's going to be deadly again this year. Finally back in the goals is Haller. 2-0 Dortmund. In off the underside of the bar, and we're finally starting to break away this unbelievable press that RB Leipzig have. Gundogan, is this more space? This time, Thiago Almada, brilliant this year. Oh my God, back-to-back goals, and we are finally comfortable against top of the table RB Leipzig. We finally seem to have found some form again. And I don't expect us to win everything this year, but I do expect us to put in decent performances, because we still have some very good quality players, especially players like that man there, Brandt, who nearly plays a perfect ball in behind. They need to step up this year now that we've lost some of the bigger names. Marcos Llorente signing for RB Leipzig as well. Oh my God, Ousmane Dembele did brilliantly there, but luckily we blocked the shot. With this massive victory, we can now focus on the Champions League. Surviving that early onslaught, massively thanks there to Kobel. It is going to see us keep rising in the league, only 3 points behind Leipzig. A rotational changes then for the game against Monaco due to the fact that we play Bayern Munich in 2 days' time. This will be the starting 11. I still think it's strong enough to get the job done. A snowy night at the Signal Iduna Park. That might make this one a bit more spicy. 3 points here, though, would put us in a good position in the Champions League after a very poor start. So definitely going to make things difficult. De La Vega from distance. Thought I'd give it a try. He's been good this year, and it has worked out to be a very good free kick position. Ilkay stands over it, and I'm not sure I want a right footer on there. I basically only have left footers at the club, though, so we will have a right footer. See what Ilkay can do. I think this is a good position. I think it's good power. It's going to have to be hit very well. And oh my God, Ilkay is back. And he's back with a bang. He's back in form. We're in the captain's armband when Brandt isn't on the pitch. I think he deserves it. It's so good to see him back in the black and yellow. He's back bagging goal. He was one of the most pivotal signings, I think, for Pep in the early days at Man City. And when you look at his record, what he's done there, unbelievable. And now he's going to be doing it for us. Going to be doing it for Barcelona, though, in real life. That seems where his next destination will be. Vega through the middle to Moukoko. Donyell. Oh, he knows what to do. That's beautiful. To Thiago Almada, who is on fire this season. 2-0 and now feeling comfortable. If that call-up to the Argentinian squad hasn't come yet, get on the phone because Almada's season is absolutely on fire. Almada's going to have the ball back now. He's going to be able to play it into Marlon. He waits for Moukoko. Moukoko's not silly. Blast it over to De La Vega. And it's going to go over the bar in the end. Said we'd struggle to play good football in this weather, but in that moment right there, we were playing some unbelievable stuff. And I'm waiting for that move, and I get it to Almada. And Almada is just supreme talent right now. Talo holds it up fantastically. It's a very good pass from him too, the Croatian. What a finish. Oh, this could be a goal back, though, for Monaco. And it is. Is there some life for them in this game? Oh, we win it back to Donyell. Great touch from Donyell. And oh, he just couldn't find the back of the net. Unbelievable save from Carrier. It's been a perfect way to start the second half if that had gone in. He's going to whip this one in. And this could be another assist for him if it wasn't saved off the line. Still played very aggressively in this second half. And they are only 2 goals away, so we need to be a bit tighter. Whip another ball in right towards the end of the game. We've managed to hold them off. And Matt Hummels, the substitute, nearly bagging from a corner. He's so good at them. What a perfect start to the episode then. Beating Leipzig and now beating Monaco, which puts us in a very good position in the Champions League group. And it's hard not to pin a lot of that down to Thiago Almada. I thought he'd scored more than this, but I'll take it. 4 goals so far this season. Ilkay now getting up there. Look at that, 5 assists already. Donyell has been okay, but it's not good enough when we depend on Marlon and Haller as our goal getters and they are not producing it. And probably the scariest sign is here. Moukoko down with 7 appearances and not a single goal so far this season. But the biggest challenge of the episode was yet to come as we take on Bayern Munich now. Full strength 11. I am going with Adeyemi on the left. Let's hopefully get ourselves another victory. Now, let's make no bones about it. Bayern Munich have not started the season well, so we're going to look to try and punish them here. And the form we're in, this is the perfect time to be playing them. I think Bayern Munich are going to be very aggressive, but they're going to leave lots of space. Just like this. I'm going to have to go with it with Brandt here outside of the foot. Great save. It wasn't the greatest of opportunities. I wanted to get that ball over to Adeyemi, but it's been marked perfectly by De Ligt. Ilkay has just given us something different this season, and Haller is through. Should have gone for the chip. We're going to get the ball back. Oh, it's well blocked. Mada there. Maybe should have made it 1-0. Let's whip in a corner. See what we could do. That's great from Haller. Pushing off his man. Oh, my God. What a save. Manuel Neuer is no slouch. We already know that. This is going to be extremely difficult, but Haller keeps getting ahead of his man and just get it on target. Much better episode from him, though. Let's just get more goals with Sebastian. That's all I need now. The team are all chipping in this year, but our star striker isn't quite bagging it. Terrifying news, Thiago Almada has gone down off the ball with what looks to be an injury, and I'm praying it's not a serious one. Haller might get that through to Ilkay. Ilkay has won the ball back here in a very good position. Almada seems to have run off his injury potentially. They're going to pull it back. What could do here with Haller? Fire off a shot. Tried to catch him near post, but we might have to bring Almada off. We do have Royce, which is good. We kept Reader, so that gives us options. But I am praying that Almada's injury is not going to be a long one. Dangerous from corners with Haller at the minute. Oh my God, that might be the greatest goal that I have ever scored on FIFA. There's been some banging goals in this one, but none quite as good as this one. Upamecano misses the ball. Sebastian Haller with the acrobatics back in form. Oh my God, what a finish. What a way to take the lead against Bayern Munich. A woeful Bayern Munich, man. They are just so bad in the Bundesliga. Our biggest challenge is going to be catching RB Leipzig. I think they're going to be great this season. And Leverkusen have massively improved, bringing in Sancho. But Bayern Munich, they just don't seem to do it. Oh, great ball in behind. Musiala. I had to bring him down. This should only be a yellow. It's not even that. It's just a talking to. How dangerous is this free kick position just before the half? I'm not sure they can strike on goal from here. Sabitzer will probably try and put it over the bar. Alvarez covers every inch of this grass perfectly. Oh, that's lovely. Adeyemi to tie this game off. It's 2-0 Borussia Dortmund. The form we're in at the minute, I don't think anyone can beat us. Coming out wide with space. Schlotterbeck can't catch him. Forced them into a difficult position. Moreno, oh, lovely. Stop him, get it across. It's a rarity that you can make major substitutions against a side like Bayern Munich, but luckily for us in this one, we are going to be able to. Sado, not really the most clinical, but that's a clinical pass for Farias, who will dink Neuer. It won't go in, but Adeyemi will tap it home. And oh my God, it's 3-0. We could not buy a goal against Gladbach. Now everything is falling our way. Decimation of Bayern Munich. There'll be no revenge in this one as we soar to victory. Let's see where that puts us in the table. They just sat back in second place with Gladbach dropping points, but still 3 points behind Leipzig. And Bayern Munich dropped down to 5th. I always expect Bayern Munich to be just fantastic, but they have been terrible again this season. Following the Bayern Munich result, though, we do cap it off with another victory. We beat Dusseldorf 2-1 as expected. Maybe should have been a little bit better. Daniel Marlon though back in the goal. We have to keep our momentum going though with Inter Milan up next. This one would book our place into the next round of the Champions League. Also means we'd be able to majorly rotate the squad for the final game of the Champions League, and that's pretty important considering that we've got a pretty small squad right now. But we know how good Inter Milan are. That draw on opening day of the Champions League will stick in my mind, but the form we're in, I do fancy us to go on and win this one. Stuck with Daniel Marlon too, and you'll be happy to know that Almada was only out for 5 days, bruised shoulder, so nothing really to worry about there. And Ilkay, in the form of his life at the minute, he's going to play every single moment that I physically can have him on the pitch, and that does mean his attributes actually shouldn't really go down, as Ilkay is going to look for that ball through. Oh, that was nearly in. I do keep forgetting to change Ilkay from the captaincy though. I need to remember that because I did actually do it in an episode, but we ended up not saving that one. Genzo Grifo going through, and look at that. Citalo, very good defending. He's been decent so far in his career. He's such a good backup. Potential to be a starter at some point as well. Well, now then. Oh, this is really good play in the middle of the box to Granit Xhaka. Genzo Grifo tries to knock it in, and it's going to go in the end, and it's saved by Kobel. Virgil van Dijk now. Dangerous position. I think he scored a screamer past me before. It might have been a free kick. Barella saves Kobel. Pressure from Inter Milan right now is unbelievable. They're just on top of us non-stop, but that was poor, and it's going to lead Kirkez to a little bit of a breakaway where he can find Ilkay. Ilkay can't do anything with it. They get back perfectly. They slide that one out wide there to Maddison. Oh, his footwork inside was fantastic. His pass to Lautaro was fantastic, and Inter Milan take the lead. Lautaro Martinez with a goal, but it's all about this pass from James Maddison. Great footwork to Full Sula. We've come from behind a lot before, so we're not out of this one. We're not against trying to do it again. And that ball to Daniel, nearly good enough, but it's going to be perfect if you're going to beat Virgil. Wins that back. Is this the ball? Daniel Marlon finds Almada. That's great footwork. And oh my God, their defense is just so good. They get back into position so quickly. We're going to have to do our best to try and find something in this second half. This Inter Milan defense is a brick wall. I actually think a point would be good enough to see us through. I'm not sure, but Monaco are winning their game. Addison having a field day up against Kirkez. Unfortunately for me, Lautaro's shot there, though, was tame, and we get lucky. Nunes loses out there, and he's lost out to Thiago Almada. Thiago Almada now, piling forward. He needs somebody. He finds Haller, surely, and we are back into this one. It's Thiago Almada once again proving to be the star we needed, and Haller composed in front of goal. Kirkez has been exploited far too much in this one. Improvements for him are massive, and oh my God, Kobel saves it. Barella taps in. And just like that, right after the kickoff, Inter Milan take the lead again. They are not the same team, and Kirkez, at this moment in time, is letting us down. We need to see that improvement from him. We really do. He needs to improve quickly too, because when we're playing against big sides like this, he just can't hang. He brought on Farias, see what he can do. Daniel Marlon's footwork there was brilliant, and then surely fouled. That one into Brandt. Brandt then pops that one up. Is that Farias inside? Farias! Oh my God! Moments after being subbed on, Farias makes it 2-2. This game has opened right up. It's actually great play. Brandt quickly fizzes it in, and Almada plays a beautiful ball into an unmarked Farias. Two Argentinians there linking up nicely. Maybe they'll link up at some point for the national side. That's what I'd love to see as time went on. Almada's found again. This time, it's going to be slid in. And this time, into Daniel Marlon to win the game. Oh, my God. Daniel Marlon should have just won this one for Borussia Dortmund. It's great play from Almada again. Good play from Farias. We are seeing great link-up from our front line in this episode. We're actually going to turn the deficit into a victory. A little under 10 minutes to go. Can Inter Milan mount any kind of comeback? The answer is no. Inter Milan will lose in the 5th game in the Champions League, and we managed to beat them again. Over the 2 games, we would have had a victory. So if this does go to that point in the knockout stages, we have to bear that in mind. But what a result, considering we had to come from behind twice. Monaco ended up drawing too, so it might see Inter Milan through. On goal difference, I think is how it works in the Champions League, and -3 for Monaco. So they would have to have a massive turnaround and Inter to have a big failing in order for Monaco to go through. We haven't topped the group. I would like to, but it's looking likely. It's Grueff for Firth up next, and we battered him 4-1. Yorkiemann with a hat-trick. He's finally found his form again, and Sebastian Haller bagging a goal. That partnership proving very fruitful for Borussia Dortmund again. I expect to see bids ramping up for Sebastian Haller and Yorkiemann in the January window, which we're actually very close to. We're about to hit December, so we should hit the January window in the next episode. So woeful Wolfsburg up next, but unfortunately we couldn't beat them. We only draw 1-1. Sebastian Haller saving us in the 87th minute. Now, we lost against them last time, and we have rotated again because we were already through. But I am praying that this side can get the victory they need. And they don't. We lose 2-0. How are we losing 2-0 to this team twice? We've lost to them back to back. 7 shots, 7 chances. I got no idea. If Inter Milan won, that means they top the group. But I find in FIFA, it doesn't really matter if you top the group or not. And Inter did win, so they do top the group by a point. That's so frustrating that we couldn't beat that side, even with a really strong rotated squad compared to theirs. That's going to be it for this episode. Unbelievable form, to be fair, from us. We have Hamburg, Augsburg, and Mainz in the next episode, but it's going to be a big focus on getting into January and doing the transfer window. Let's see what happens with the squad, what kind of big bids we get in, and roughly I feel like I know a few positions. But if there's players that you've been thinking of that we should potentially sign, now is your chance so I can get them scouted. Thank you very much for watching, boys. If you're new, smash that subscribe button. I appreciate the support on this series so far. It's doing really well at Dortmund. The support received for season number 2 has been great as well. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.